Hey, what's up, ADHD gamers? It is me, Murdoch the Relax King, and I've got my co-host right here. What's your name?
Michael.
Oh, good, you're so awake. We've got Michael, my co-host here, and we've got Adam, the intern, my friend. Say what's up, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, good job. I'm proud of you for
Man,
sticking
that
with
was the
that,
most
man.
sarcastic shit I've heard you say ever.
That was proud of you.
Give him a round of applause. There we go.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Hey,
You get a golf clap round of applause because I can't lift my hands any further than what they are right now. I had to have my father-in-law had to put me on some fluids last night, man. I got massively dehydrated. Is Jonathan frozen? Yes, he is. Oh, he was frozen.
You're frozen on my
Okay.
screen, so
Okay, he's not frozen anymore, buddy. Is he frozen for you, Adam?
nope. He's
I'm
good.
not.
You're frozen.
all right.
I'm frozen.
Yep.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Yes, sir. 5 minutes in, and
You know what, man? I don't even know what to say.
You look fine to me.
Oh well,
that's you're sadly looking down to the left.
I guess that's just Adam's. I guess it's Adam's camera then.
Yeah.
Uh,
As long as you can see me.
oh well, yeah.
Adam, get better internet, buddy.
Yeah, you're better at it, Adam.
No,
You-
no better computer actually.
As long as it's good on our side, man. It doesn't. On my side, it doesn't matter. My side's the one that's recording, so my side is the one that matters.
I was like 90% tempted, which is a weird thing to say. Half tempted to go download Skype on Courtney's Mac just so I could use that this morning.
I would say you might have got a better. Might have got a better, a little bit experience if your computer's a little bit outdated there. Mine, but I mean, a lot of that though is what he was talking about was your connection. Your connection is going to mess with your video
Yeah.
sometimes.
Honestly, like we pay for like 400 down, and we get a solid 300.
That's not bad. I can deal with that. That's not. It's pretty solid actually.
Hey, Mike, tell them where they can find us.
Uh,
Do you remember?
yeah, but you could have like led me into that instead of just.
No,
like,
I like just throwing you in there so we can get it out of the fucking way.
cool.
I mean, you're
what's-
listening to this podcast, so that means you've already found us once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I mean, you should have it by now. But I mean, if you're new, and if you want to tell people, guys, this is once again, this is the ADHD Gamer Podcast. We are the gaming podcast that tells you all the wonderful news and pop culture stuff throughout the week. This is a weekly show. Normally, we record on Saturdays. We put it up on Saturday or Sunday. So make sure to look for us on all of your podcast services for audio listening. Apple Music, Google Play Music, or actually I believe it's Google Podcasts on there. I almost said Audacity. Shoot, where we at? TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and I believe that one's it.
And that was
And-
just enough time for me to get my notes back up.
Check us out on video on youtube.com/ADHD gamer, and check us out on facebook.com/ADHD gamer. And also, guys, make sure we haven't got any yet, which I understand. That's cool. It's new. Just make sure to email us at ADHDgamerpodcast@gmail.com so we can get this email segment rolling and get a new segment here to start talking about some things. We've gotten probably, I know of at least 10 new listeners this week. I know of, like, for sure know of. Like, I fully 1000% know that. I've talked to all 10 of them, and they have all told me instances in the episode, so I know they're listening.
That's awesome.
It's people I work with at the hospitals that are pretty cool. They're really cool people. There's some of the people in the shout out to the people in the labs at Orlando Regional Medical Center. They're really cool people. They talk to me about stuff all the time.
I told you the other day, I didn't say it on here, but I was walking through the flea market and stopped by one of those gaming booths, and somebody was actually said, "Oh," I talked to him about it. Talked to him, said, "Hey, I got a podcast. Yeah, I just need some retro games. We're talking about doing a retro episode." Really, what's your name? ADHD Gamer. Oh, I've heard of that. Blah blah blah. We talked a little bit. So, I mean, there are some people here, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's that many. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch that do it in Central Florida, but I don't think. I'm pretty sure this is the only like video game podcast in Polk County. Um,
Yeah.
like it's not. It's nobody else is doing. I don't. We might be the only podcast in Polk County. Period. Like there's not many that come out of here. So
I mean, I think you'd be surprised, but
eh,
there's
meh.
there's actually a lot of people, a lot of radio people that sit here
Oh,
and
that
make
yeah.
podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, not gaming related, but still,
Yeah, that I'm sure of. I agree. They might be. I mean, we do have a couple radio stations in Polk County, so I mean, yeah, that's true.
I know a few
Oh,
people that have their own podcasts, so they're actually like sponsored stuff. So
yeah, they can go to hell. I mean, I don't really
yeah,
care. They can go
yeah,
to
I don't
hell
really care
with
about their
their
stuff either.
with their hairy sponsorships
Well,
and all this
side
good
note,
stuff. They can go to hell.
Lakeland's getting 2 like barcades.
I noticed that. I did. I heard good news about that. That's good. That's good to hear. I mean, we need more barcades, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired. I was tired of going to Player One out in Orlando for so long. Even though now it's right on my way to work. That's awesome, dude. That's if you guys are not sure what Adam's talking about, a barcade is basically exactly what it sounds like. It's a bar that where serves liquor and alcohol with a bunch of just usually it's older retro arcade games or newer retro or newer retro or newer arcade games. When a trip you and Courtney should take, Adam. I'm not sure if you guys have picked a honeymoon destination yet.
Well, we have.
Okay, well, a trip you guys should take eventually on a anniversary, or maybe just a fuck it, we don't have kids, let's go, which I'm going to go ahead and tell you before you have any children. Just a piece of advice here, before you guys decide to have any children, do not let Courtney take your nuts and tell you what you're going to do. Fully tell her,
Adam's
hey,
looking
let's.
defeated over there. He's like, "It's too late."
He is. I believe that's already been taken. Fully tell her, hey, let's do a couple things beforehand because if not, you'll regret it. Because once you have kids, man, it's harder to do things. It really is. Like one kid's, well, I guess one's not too bad, but just make sure you do all the things you want to do. Anyway, go to Colorado. And there's a little place called yeah. I mean,
There's a little place called Marijuana Dispensary. Go there.
Yeah.
I didn't go there for the weed. I went there because
I know
it
you didn't.
was a fun experience. But go there. There's a bar there called One. I believe it's One Up. Like, it's One Up Arcade Bar. And
Do you know where this is located?
yeah, it's on Colfax. It's on Colfax or Kofax. Kofax. Cofax. It's on Kofax, which is the main strip in Denver. And me and Kirsten went, and I had a literal blast, man. I went in there. PBRs were 2 for $5. I went in there. I had 2 PBR. I actually had a lot more than that, but I had PBRs sitting there. I was playing Dig Dug and playing NFL Blitz and playing all kinds of old retro games, dude. I'm talking about there's literally a gap of this much space in between every game, and that place is probably a massive size, man. It's a blast, man. But that's good news, man. I love arcades. I think that's going to be great for the Lakeland area. Hopefully, you just won't get the normal shit that comes out of a Lakeland crowd.
Well,
hopefully.
I was reading one.
Oh,
of
you're
them
gonna get that.
Was like, oh, we'll have some arcade cabinets, and we'll have like a foosball table, and like in the back we'll have some old CRTs with like the which this too didn't make sense. The old CRTs with the classic consoles like the NES, the SNES, and the PlayStations, which are all HDMI.
No.
Mm.
So I was like,
the classic editions?
yeah, they said the classic editions are gonna hook those up to CRTs. I'm like,
Well, they might be doing that for the reasoning of well, I don't really know why they would
That
do that. to be honest with
sounds
you.
like a
That-
money saver, honestly. They
It
just want
does,
to give you the
but-
retro feel without like.
and I'm sure it's been. I'm
paying
sure
for it.
I'm sure they've hacked it. I mean, the thing is, I mean, you gotta look at this. I mean, it's a brand new area. It's a brand new bar starting out. It's a brand new thing starting out, and they're probably not going to be great when they start, but it'll be a good start. It'll be a good. It's anything is better than nothing at this point. We don't have it.
right.
So
Yeah.
Well, I know one of them is related to Cobb & Penn. So
That's actually a good place. I just went there recently.
I haven't been in a couple of years, so
Me
But when
and,
I went,
me
I
and
wasn't a
Mike
huge
were
fan.
talking about for a long time opening up a barcade. Just if we we're not poor. You know, remember
Yeah,
that? Remember we wanted to
I
open
mean,
a barcade comic book shop
yeah,
thing.
it was a barcade comic book shop. I mean, it was gonna be it was gonna be a barcade and then slash we were just gonna sell comics and
Mhm.
have Magic nights and have Warhammer nights and things of that nature. And it was gonna be just a straight bar. And the thing was like I already had a name for it, and I ain't putting my name out there because I don't want you fuckers stealing my shit.
Yep.
But
Nope.
because I do plan on trademarking that name because I love my name of my shit. You know what? Fuck it. If somebody takes my name, I don't give a fuck. I called my shit Nerdvana, and I loved it. That name I loved, man. I loved it. And fucking, we talked about doing that. We also talked about doing a. I'm not sure if you're. I'm not really sure what the word I'm looking for here is. Of One Punch Man and all that, but we talked about opening a Saitama. Because kind of got the inspiration from Super Saiyan out there.
Oh
We
yeah,
talked
the
about
ramen shop.
we talked about opening a Saitama ramen shop because
Mhm.
that dude's always eating. So
Yep.
Yep.
we talked about opening that for a while because there's no ramen shops in Polk County that you can really think about. I can't think
Not that
about
are
any.
good. We were
Yeah.
even looking. I even called up to a bunch of places. That bar downtown next to Brew. What is it? Black and Brew. They're the
Hmm.
old one that's been shut down for a long time. We've talked. We even called them trying to get prices and figure out how we could do it. You know,
Oh yeah.
just
Well, I mean,
never came to fruition.
we would have went into debt and probably still been in debt this day and probably never made out of it. But I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it was definitely something that we had talked about doing. I mean, especially the barcade thing would have been wonderful. Like
Where
that's
did you guys
always,
call?
huh?
Where did you guys call?
In between Linksters and Black and Brew, there's an
Yeah.
old bar that's
Oh
been
yeah,
shut
the
down
old
forever.
yeah, it's like a Turkish
Yeah.
restaurant now or
Yeah,
something.
they have
Or it
not been.
was.
It hasn't been open forever in a fucking day.
Right.
But
Yeah.
And usually it doesn't hold an owner that's that massively long. There's
yeah,
certain areas that suck like that, man, and it really sucks. I would love to I would love to do it. The problem is just coming up with the money in the beginning.
Well,
Like
that
that's
especially downtown. I was
yeah.
ground floor on Posto, and they went massive into debt. Now 1961 bought them, and it's pretty
There's a
bad.
couple places out here. There's a place down the road from where my wife works at Beef O'Brady's, and there's there's a new bar that's probably had four different names and four different owners in the last 8 months, 9 months, maybe a year and a half. And
Crazy.
it's like, well, okay, well, you're not making it out here, man. You're out here on Highway 27. There's not much. You're close to Clearmont. There's not much out here. So what do you expect? Expect tourists come out here because of Disney? No, that's not how that flies. You're in a bad
tourists aren't
area.
going to go there.
You're in a bad area. I mean, if you want an area, you got to move downtown. And you can be in a well populated. I mean, everybody sees it with places like Church Street. You're in a well populated area, but you're still going to do well because of how many people you have come through. Um,
But that
so
whole area is vacation people and stuff
yeah,
like that, or people that can't afford to go to the bar all the freaking time.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
Well,
they're more
I kind
concerned
of had
about going to Disney.
I had a similar idea for like a barcade, but it was more like kind of like the side of Player One, to where it's got all the new stuff. So like the new consoles, but also have like halfway decent gaming computers. So you can kind of have like a like internet cafe, but you can
You're
play your big
talking about like a LAN cafe,
yeah,
because
like a LAN cafe, but with
a
your
LAN
new
a LAN cafe
console.
a LAN cafe was always something I wanted, or a LAN. Yeah, I guess it's a LAN cafe. A LAN cafe or a LAN bar was something I would want to do. The problem I see with stuff like that is when you think about it, it's like, man, that's a really dumb idea because somebody's gonna get really fucked up and spill shit on your stuff, and then now your insurance having to take care of it, and now you're a liability, and
It'd
like
have
it's
to be beer only.
yeah,
It'd
it
have to
would,
be beer only.
Would have to be really, you wouldn't have like your consoles nearby. They'd have to be like in the back and just have.
they'd have to be like I don't know, like freaking like splash proof
Mhm.
freaking stuff and just make sure. So I don't know. Like I've thought about stuff like that, but the bad part about it is now LAN parties are so like in the wind now, like they're so old now. Like if you have a LAN party at home, that's the best way for you to do it.
Right.
Um,
Like what I was
Maybe
thinking
we
is like when you have new games, like that'd be really cool because that'd bring
oh yeah, definitely.
stuff into the bar. Like how cool would it be playing, the Fallen Order with beer in your hand out with friends?
Right. I wanted to do it, and see, that's a wonderful thing because then it might that's also a way for like you to demo something as well. Like, oh man, I don't really know if I want to buy this. Oh, you know what? Bar down the road, I know always picks up new stuff. Let me go demo this down there, or let me go watch some gameplay of it and see how I feel, and then maybe I'll decide if I want to buy it. You know, that would be a cool way to demo things.
You
That'd
know,
be a cool
maybe
way
we
to.
can exploit the new streaming age and make a streaming bar and set up like a T1, and everybody can come in and just fuck around and play whatever.
Stream
I mean, if you
bar.
got the money, you definitely could do that.
I mean, there's definite ideas, and the bad part about it is like as much as people will call it dumb. I mean, it's like, well, I mean, if people are coming, which around here, around Polk County, around where we live at, a lot of people would come, and
Hmm.
that, you would have, and the thing is, like, see, I would be the asshole owner of you coming here fucking around, or you coming here because I've been to so many bars in my lifetime. And it's you coming here fucking around and you coming here trying to ruin everybody's good time, bro.
Hmm.
That's a ban. Go
Perma
bye.
perma ban, boo.
First time, my friend. Bye. Go ride. I don't want none of that nonsense. We
Put
don't do that shit here.
put a perma ban list on the door. Perma
Yeah,
ban. Whoop.
have some big ass bouncer at the front door, bro. You see this motherfucker knock him dead in his shit. I will pay you money for it.
I know some people.
I'll not like I don't like it's just stupid, man. But I would love to do that, dude. That's a wonderful idea. I think that's great for Lakeland. It's the bad part about that, Adam, is I don't see them staying open long, and not to pick fun at them. The only reason I don't see them staying open long is because of the crowd that's out there in Lakeland.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you're gonna get these guys that go to places like Wild Greg's and Mason's Live and all these people, and you're gonna have I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna have real video game people that love it, and then you're going to have, because of the retro aspect of some of it, you're going to have a lot of the older generation than us, the ones that are still in the younger mindset and always trying to act cool to these younger people, and always fucking 18, 19, 20 year olds, and they're 49 or 50 at this point, and then they're the ones that want to fight all the time. So now you're going to have a bunch of fights break out over some stupid junk at a bar that's supposed to be bring gaming people together, because that's awesome. Because I love that. I love the idea of a barcade. It just sucks that it'll never come about. But
Yeah.
that sucks. Let's
They'd have to tailor it so much, and it'd be such a work in progress. It probably is not even going to be worth it. But I got high hopes.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely a place I would like to. It's definitely a place I think that we could go have a fun time. It's definitely a place. It's definitely a place where I would like to. I would like us to take a ADHD field trip and go join and go see. Hey, how is this place? Oh, cool. Hey guys, maybe we can talk with you guys about, since we're a Polk County podcast, you guys are a Polk County
Yeah,
bar.
I was
Let's
thinking
have a conversation about sponsorship, and let's talk about you guys on our podcast. Let's get you guys some good publicity out there. Let us come in with a GoPro and shoot us playing and having a good time and showing, and show that, let us, that would be awesome, because up Polk County up and comers, you guys, us, let's see how it goes. I think that would be a blast, man. I think so when that does, Adam, keep tabs on that.
No.
And when that does open, maybe we can all take a trip out there one day, one weekend, or one, I don't want to do it right when it opens, because I'm sure it's going to be
God, no.
a pain in the literal penis.
Yeah.
But maybe a couple weeks after, maybe we can go take a little trip out there, eat some food, and especially out there in Lakeland, I might go hit the Mongolian bar.
Ooh, we were talking about that last night.
I mean,
Uh,
we can support local business there and frickin', hopefully maybe encourage the right crowd to go. So we'll see.
I'm all about some local business.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get into games we're playing for.
Yep.
And so Jonathan, you started out. What are you playing there, man?
I've been playing Apex as usual. I just topped out my battle pass, so I stopped playing until the next season. I played a little bit of Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart game on the mobile.
Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing. It's not like something super crazy good, but it's something to pass the time every once in a while. Also been playing Link's Awakening, trying to finish that. So, I mean, that's basically what I'm out
Adam.
doing.
I've been juggling Borderlands 3, A
Still
Link
playing, huh?
Between, yep, A Link
Oh,
Between
yeah.
Worlds, and Breath of the Wild.
How
Link
you
between.
feeling about Borderlands still?
What are you, a weekend at this point? Week and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and it's good.
Are you in end game yet, or are you in still in post or in a beginning?
I'm like mid to late. Like I haven't hit
It's like
in game yet,
okay.
but it's like I feel if by the end of the weekend I'll have hit in game. But it's fun. When I play with my cousin and my friend, having more people, it's a lot more fun.
Oh
Playing
yeah,
solo is
definitely.
not
Hmm.
great, and I think
Let
I'm gonna have to re-roll a different character because I've been playing Flack and he's fun. It's just I am only getting a quarter of the game's experience.
let me ask
Uh,
you. Let me ask you one question. The main question that you should always ask yourself if a game is good or not. When you're away, or let's say you're at school, or are you in a test or something random? Are you thinking about this? That's how I always put. Is a game good?
hmm.
Like, is if I'm away, am I waiting to get back home to play this, or
Breath of
you
the
know,
Wild.
yeah,
I would say that about
definitely,
Breath of the Wild, but not
definitely.
Borderlands.
Okay, well, I mean, and that's of course now people. Before you even start sending shit and cussing people out, this is Adam's opinion.
Yes, I'm
So
only a lowly intern.
if
Adam,
you're
you are entitled to your opinion.
Adam is entitled to his own opinion. Some people like it. My little brother he's loving it, but at the same time, he grew up on Borderlands, so Borderlands 2 was his shit, and now he's noticed some changes, and he doesn't like it.
Mm.
So he's not real big into it, but he does like it, and he said it's good. I mean, it's you can definitely tell like a difference in graphics, and you can tell is it. I think what a lot of people are like complaining about is like it's like, man, it's been 7 years, bro, and this is you're bringing us back. You haven't done much to it, which don't get me wrong, that's great because Borderlands always should just be more Borderlands because that was the uh, basically the beginning of looter shooters. So that's what it should be. But then it's like, well, you could have done some more extra stuff to it. Like there are the low quality of life stuff that you could have done because I've heard things like that.
Mm. I
Is that how you've been playing?
I ain't even playing it, so can't even weigh on this conversation.
That and Mario Kart Tour on the phone. I woke up and it was already downloaded on my phone. Apparently, I'd pre-ordered it way back when.
Yeah,
I
So
did
me
the same
too.
thing.
I've been playing that here and there. It's a
Yep.
fun little time killer.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I downloaded it when I was. I think it's not a horrible time killer. Me and my wife were playing it. It's not. It's for the first time in my life she's actually beaten me in points in anything. Um, she
It's
she
not
made
that challenging, and that kind of bothers me.
uh
That's,
put that 200 cc on and it will be.
yeah.
Like it's yeah it gets rough. The thing I don't know about the touch controls on it. Touch controls on it kind of kill me on it. Like because it's kind of rough, especially like I even kicked it up advanced and did the drifting and stuff just to try and kick myself up, and it was still kind of rough and hard at times, or not hard, but
Yeah, it
it was
was.
rough and somewhat easy at times,
Oh,
and
Rubbin.
It was rubbing
yeah,
you good.
I said rough. Definitely didn't say rubbing. You
Just
got this game
saying.
today.
I'm just saying.
Uh, well, I've been playing a little bit of once again Mario Kart Tour. Me and my wife been playing that. I almost died yesterday. I've been playing.
Almost died yesterday.
Yeah, dude, I dehydrated the living shit out of myself yesterday. I was out working in the yard and I didn't realize how hot it was and dehydrated the living fuck out of myself
Yeah.
without realizing I did that. I drank like 3 massive things of water. Like, so I think I drank like 95 ounces of water yesterday, and I guess that didn't do living shit to me. I had to, my
It went.
my my father-in-law had to give me. Well, I also didn't have any like electrolytes or anything. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I play in I'm playing some stuff on Apple Arcade as well.
Are
They
you
got
liking
some.
that service?
I am. I think it's a wonderful service. I really do. I want to see where it's at in a year, but I fully feel like the service is great from the trial that I've gotten. I think
Do you
it's great
recommend that I
for.
at least do the trial? Like, is it
I
enough
reckon.
games on there
I
for me to enjoy it?
look. This is my feel. The trial's free. I recommend anyone go do the trial if you're weird on it. You know, if you're like, hey, this is probably for me or this is not for me, I think you should go try it. The reason I think you should go try it is because it's free. Anything free, I feel like you should always go try. Why? Because it's there. Um, there's some wonderful games on here. I mean, you got games like Sayonara Wild Hearts. If you're not sure what Sayonara Wild Hearts is, it's a basically a pop album adventure game, and it's wonderful. It's they created a pop album, and it's basically like an auto run pretty much. It's a blast, dude. They have wonderful games on there. Sonic Racing, just to name a few. I mean, they have the Frogger game's okay at best. I mean, some of them are okay, and they're it's just like it's just like any other. And the good thing is, once again, there's no microtransactions. There's no you're getting. So there's games on here that the reason I like this because there might be a game that you find that's a diamond in the rough, and then somebody like let's say, hey Adam, I fully feel like buddy, you should play this game on mobile. It's a blast, man. And you go look at the store and you're like, oh, hold on, that's $3.99. I don't want to pay $4 for a game on my phone.
Right.
And then if you look on Apple Arcade, it's like, oh, hold on, that game's also on Apple Arcade. But then I'm like, hey Adam, this game's on Apple Arcade as well. And right now, you can get you a free trial month and play for free, man. And I really feel like you should play this game, and it's not going to take you a month to beat it. Why don't you go try that out? And you're like, oh, sweet. You know what? That's free. Let me go try it. Or, hey, Adam, also, after the free trial month, if you like it, you can pay $5 a month and get 100 games plus with that, almost like a Game Pass type library. And right now they've talked about there's 100 games and there's only 70 something on there right now. But dude, they're adding new ones every day and it's lovely. I fully see where Apple is taking this. The only problem I see with this is now they're starting to come out with how they're paying developers, and a lot of people aren't liking it. So they're because it's not fully announced to how they're paying developers. Nobody really knows. Developers are scared to talk about it. So there obviously means they're not getting paid like that. I think it's an hour. I think how they're getting paid is well, if I was to guess, it would be how much time you spend in the app. Like if I play, let's say Sayonara Wild Hearts, I play that game for 2 hours or something. They pay them for the 2 hours that I played. And that kind of model is okay, but it's like, man, there's 100 more games on here, bro. Like, how do you know somebody's going to pick mine out of everybody else's? You know,
Right.
I've been trying to find a list for it, or like maybe releases. Like I tried to look up what's coming out in October, and I just can't find any information on it.
I don't think they're gonna release games like that. I think they're gonna release games in a bundle, and like in a massive bundle, kind of like what Game Pass does, but better, or not but better, but more. I think they're gonna do that, and I don't think they're like. I think they're gonna just take down 25 games at a time, put 25 games up, is what I would think. I mean, but seriously, just go sign up for the trial. And just go. I mean, I'm not a massive mobile gamer, and I'll tell you, I think it's worth it. Google now, what Google Play's doing, I don't think it's wonderful. Something that's needed to be added that I forgot. Google Play Pass came out this week. It's basically Google's model of what Apple Arcade is, and it's also $4.99, and there's 350 games on there and apps. It's 350 games and apps, but the problem is it's stuff that's already on the App Store. So, and it's not going to be anything massive because you can't take Clash of Clans and be like, oh, hey, let me remove all these microtransactions out of this, because there's a bunch of microtransactions already in Clash of Clans that you have to use for pay to win mechanics. So you're not going to get those games. You know, you're going to get the one and done games out of there. But they're putting games on there like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a mobile game. Stardew Valley is a wonderful, successful little indie mobile farming game, and that's on Android, so you're going to get that. Honestly, that's worth it alone, because that game's $10 and it's worth playing.
I've been wanting to get it.
Stardew Valley is wonderful. I have it on my Switch. So it's one of them things to where if it's for you or not, I can't tell you that. What I can tell you is that you should go try it, and if you play mobile games, you should go try it.
I'm thinking about doing it. I may wait a month or so. I mean, there's some good stuff coming out this month, and I'm just kind of iffy on jumping into mobile games at the moment, especially taking up time where I want to play something else.
No, the thing is though, like when what I do is like the way I'm playing is like if I'm waiting in the car rider line for my kids, or if I'm if my wife's driving and I'm in the passenger seat or anything of that nature, that's when I usually get into it, and it's a blast, man. I'm telling you, it's fun. I mean, a trial's not going to hurt. You can always cancel later. You know, that's the way I look at it. Um,
Well, that's all
but
right.
I do believe both of you should try it out, though, when you get a chance. Um,
When I get it, I'll get into it eventually. I just don't know. Like Moons of Madness is going to be coming out for October. I'm looking for like and Luigi's Mansion and stuff. Like I really want to get into that. I feel like there's not a lot of horror games coming out for October. It's fucking Halloween, people. Like put some shit out there for Christ's sake.
you need to do you need to beat Link's Awakening there, my friend.
I mean, I beat Link's Awakening like 50 times. I don't have to beat it beat it on there to know, but
Oh,
still, I'm playing it just as I find time or whatever. I've been traveling around with it just to play it here and there. I mean, I know how the thing goes, so I've gotten like 30% through. So
yeah.
anyway,
I've
is there
already,
anything you guys are wanting for
well,
October?
well, I mean, I haven't finished what I'm playing, but yes. I've also been playing Gears 5. Thanks for cutting me off there.
We probably need to move on a little bit. So
Well, that's not my fucking problem. I'm trying to tell you what I'm playing here. Um, so don't cut me off and shit. What's the what? I don't even know what's coming out in October.
there's a bunch of little stuff, but the only ones I'm excited about are like Luigi's Mansion and Moons of Madness and shit. I saw a couple other good games. Outer Worlds coming out, so I really want to play that too.
Yeah, Outer Worlds and probably Luigi's Mansion. That's probably about it for me.
Mhm.
That I can think about. There's something else that's coming out too. I think it's a game release. There we go. I think there's something else. I know of October's or October. Goddammit. I know of Luigi's Mansion, and then there was what's the other one? Fuck. Dude, what the hell else? I just literally seen this the other day and heard like, oh shit, that's still coming out. Games Radar, stop fucking with me. Fuck Games Radar. Never mind. Anyway, I'll find it later. No, but that's probably the main two right there. Oh,
Yeah.
Medieval.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm gonna play Medieval. I liked Medieval back in the day, so I'm probably gonna play it.
It looks good. I think I'll play it. What about you, Adam? You got anything you're interested in particular?
Nothing in October. A lot of my stuff is November.
10-4. 10-4. All right. Well, y'all want to hop in the news?
Yep.
All right. So we had released this week Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's new trailer. Did you guys get to take a look at that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat.
It was pretty neat. I think it's about time they just stop. I don't want to see anything more.
Yeah. I think that's the last thing I want to watch now. I'm just going to let whatever trailers they come out with from now on just maybe look at the highlights or something. But everything looks super crisp. Like, very good.
I'm excited for it. I know Mike's not a graphical whore, but I slightly am.
I mean, I don't really.
My
I
outdated
don't.
stuff.
I don't want to say. I mean, I'm not a graphical whore, as they would say, but I do like good graphics. And I mean, if something comes out and like amazes me, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Like,
Right.
I mean, Red Dead amazed me. I mean, there's certain games where I look at it, even on a LED or LCD TV, and I'm like, man, that still looks pretty damn good on this TV right here. It doesn't have to be, it looks good. So, it does look great, man. I'm ready for it. I'm hoping they don't do as much as like I know they took a little bit of inspiration from Dark Souls, which I mean a lot of people have. I'm not a Dark Souls person where, I like to die and I like to, you learn in death. I'm not that type of person.
Right.
I'm hoping that
Well, do you think that is indeed Vader Reborn? Or
Vader Reborn.
So I saw something.
Vader Reborn's the Oculus game.
Well, no. Like, do you think that is in what I'm actually saying is Vader Reborn?
No, I'm sorry. Vader Immortal is the Oculus game. I'm sorry. What Vader Reborn is the what now?
So I read something that the antagonist, the villain, is a reborn, quote unquote, Vader.
What's his name? Kale. Kale's his name. It's a new character. It's Kale something, and it's the guy that plays I believe it's the guy that plays the Joker in Gotham. I believe it's that kid.
Well, I mean, how
I
isn't
don't
it
know if
taking
it's.
place at the same time as the Empire's control?
So
Like,
this
how
is
is
right
that?
after the Empire's control.
I don't want to say it's.
I
I
mean, that
don't.
doesn't sound like to
I
me.
don't
Because
really know
this
if
is
it
this
would
is
be.
canon.
Yeah,
So
it's canon, but I don't know if it will be Vader reborn. Like I don't. I fully feel like if it's anything, it's a new. It's the last Jedi, like they say, and him trying to save or find more Jedi, or maybe create a new Jedi is how I fully feel like if this game like was to end like from the way they talk about it to me says hey, um, in this game you find out you're the last of the Jedi and you know you're running and you're running away from it and you're trying to fight you're taking the fight to them and then bam you're trying to you're trying to bring the Jedi back to where they were in the beginning because at this point it's been so long without the Jedi.
right.
Um, I fully feel like that's where it would go. I don't know if it would be Vader Reborn.
I
I don't
don't
know
know.
where.
I'm excited for it,
I'm excited for it definitely.
and I'm kind of at that point where I've not really seen a lot of the trailers and stuff since like the announcement trailer. So, but I've been seeing articles here and there, and there was one that I saw, and it was a couple times that it was saying that Kale is Vader reborn.
Oh,
That
I
he's
mean,
either the spirit of Vader or like actually a clone, or there's some. And then the same thing. Everyone's now saying that Rey is Palpatine's daughter or a clone of Palpatine. Or
I've seen things of that nature. I don't know.
I think people are
There's a
just
lot of
grasping at this
rumors out
point.
there. Yeah.
The problem is that you got a bunch of people that just talk out their ass and you know they're like, oh, what if this, what if this, but I mean, you know, you're not gonna know till you watch it or play it. You know, I
Right.
mean, I mean, I fully feel like Respawn and Lucasfilm or LucasArts at this point, or I said LucasArts, Disney, because I'm so used to LucasArts and Lucasfilm. Disney, I fully feel like they would go for that.
Hmm.
Like hey, let's turn Kayla into Vader or turn Kayla into, you know, that's because there's going to be some kind of plot twist of, oh, you're who? You're whose grandson or whose great grandson that was a Sith back in the day. Like there's
Right.
to be some kind of plot twist. I mean,
Oh, Kale's actually Rey's father.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's going to be some kind of plot twist because if it's canon like that, then yeah, they're going to do it. I mean, they're
Right.
going to do
Right.
some kind of plot twist like that. You just got to be ready for it, bro. I mean, it's you know how the Star Wars universe is. I mean, it's stuff like this. It's not like a comic book universe, which I mean it is comic book, but it's not like a comic book universe where you kind of like, okay, yeah, they can't do that. Here, they're just kind of like, yeah, they're making the shit up as they go now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yes. Indeed.
All right. Well, we got the new Apex Battle Pass announcement trailer. That was really awesome. It was really funny. I really enjoyed it. There's going to be looks like a new planet, new map. There's going to be a volcano-looking area, train that's traveling around the map with a bunch of loot crates or whatever on it. It looks pretty good. I'd really suggest if you haven't watched it, going out and looking at it. But that will be coming out with the new season 3, which ends when, Adam? You know that? I think it's like 6 days or something like that.
It starts October 1st.
October 1st. Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
It's on the 3rd. Cool.
It starts
Um,
October 1st, yeah.
Then, Adam, you said something about a 24-hour live stream of Sword and Shield.
Yes, so saw that on GameSpot. They are doing a 24-hour live stream. In game canon, it is the professor is doing research. So basically, she set up a trail cam out in the Galar region, and it's going to be a 24-hour live stream. And we fully expecting to see new Pokemon, new evolutions, new species.
Adam, how do you feel?
Sorry,
You just hit your cat.
Actually, hit the dog.
You cannot hit your dog, Adam. That's animal
Yeah.
abuse.
Wasn't my dog.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Wink,
Court's
wink.
gonna
I
kill me.
won't show this clip.
I'm not cutting that out either.
That's fine. No,
Send it.
Daisy's has a sore on her back, and she was scratching it. And
Oh, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
gonna make it worse.
I got to do that with mine too. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting on this. I mean, I'm not waiting on the 24-hour live stream. I've had a couple people. Here's a couple people, the people I was telling you about, that are up in the labs at my work. They're not very excited about Sword and Shield. They're true Pokemon people like I am, and they're not massive into the whole. They don't think it's worth $60. So blah 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 blah. Listen, people. I have a piece of advice. If you guys think Nintendo's ever going to give a shit about what you think about their prices, you can go and probably just cut that one out.
That's why the original Mario Maker is still like $50.
Well, yeah, and that's why Link's Awakening dropped at $60 when it should have been a $40 game. Nintendo does not care about you caring about their pricing. They don't care, and that's why you don't see many price drops in Nintendo. But anyway, the Sword and Shield looks fun, man. I can't wait. I'm glad they're bringing more evolutions out. Did you see the Surfetched?
Surfetched looked pretty neat.
Surfetched looked awesome.
With his freaking lance.
I've already decided that I'm gonna be one of the probably only 10 people that's gonna buy Pokemon Shield, because that's gonna give me 16 million people to trade with, which means I'm gonna get all those Pokemon. So
get some from sure.
That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna get Shield, man. So I'll have it. It's I might check into this live stream for a little bit. Did they say where they're streaming it to? I'm sure Twitch. Or is it just well, with it being Nintendo, you know what? It might be on the Nintendo site.
But see if I can find that article real quick.
Yeah, see if you can find that.
Anyway, it's next Friday, or this Friday, this Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
So it'll be 9 a.m. to 9 a.m.?
Yep.
Cool. While you're trying to find that, some news that came up yesterday. Spider-Man is back in the MCU, people. If you didn't know, a while back we had a Disney and Sony mashup, should I say?
Yes, it will be to Twitch. You can also find it on the Pokemon website.
Awesome. Spider-Man's back in the MCU, people. That's really all that needs to be said. We kind of all knew this was going to happen. It was just kind of a time thing.
Yep. What I heard is the new deal that Spider-Man will appear in Venom 2.
Which was weird because Venom 2 is also a Sony product.
So I didn't read the whole thing, but basically they renegotiated everything from who can appear in what and how long and money and everything. So I fully feel like they already had this negotiated when they came out and quote unquote fought. They just all it did was drive up. Yeah, they just wanted publicity. All publicity. Yeah, it did. All publicity is good publicity. Bad publicity is good publicity. So, I mean, I fully feel like that.
Disney I wasn't just taking over and just trying to make more money. I'm sure that's a reasonable explanation for what's going on there.
That's what was said. I mean, that's what came out, is Disney was trying to just make more money off of Sony's. Technically, Sony does own the rights, and they were trying to make more money off of it. And so, I mean, if everything's true and Sony did talk amongst yourself. Okay, and Sony did put their foot down. That's awesome. I mean, that's something Sony needed to do. That's good.
There you go. All right, you want to jump in the state of play?
Yep.
Go ahead.
State of play happened. I don't remember what day was it.
I believe it was on Wednesday or Thursday.
I believe it was on Wednesday, I think. We didn't get any. We knew up front we weren't going to get any PS5 information. They did come out and say. So it started out with a little game called Humanity. These are the people that make the Tetris Effect and I believe it's high. I think it's High. Is it High Res Studios? I believe that makes this. This game looks weird. They started out. It kind of looked like a. It looked like
a bunch of mini games.
Yeah, it looked almost. It looked like a trailer of. I thought it was a PlayStation trailer. I didn't think it was the actual game. It looked like it was something that was leading into something. I don't know. It was weird. But that they released that. We also got. Oh, I guess I can't really. We also got. I'm trying to go in somewhat of order of what I remember. We also got Wadham. It's coming to PS4 in December. Um, then we had Arise, a simple story announced for PS4. That was a really good looking game. It looked almost like Vikingish, um, kind of, and that looked okay. LA Noir, the VR case files was out today. Well, it was that day as of that point for PlayStation VR. That had already been out for like almost 2 years at that point, but that was good for PlayStation VR to have that. Let's talk about the VR stuff. So, Gordon Battles to PSVR this winter, and Stardust Odyssey announced for PSVR.
Did you check out Gorn Battles?
No, I seen the little recap of whatever through the stuff they had there, or through the what's that called, the clip they shown.
Mm-hmm. I looked a little more into it just because I was curious about what it was about, and like there are people cranking up the power levels where they're just jumping around, throwing people. Somebody even tried to make them look like they were All Might or a Superman of some sorts, and just blasting the shit out of people. Looks like a real fun game. Like you can actually pretend to be a superhero for a little bit. So
Yeah,
I'm interested in playing that.
that's
I don't
cool.
know what the price tag's going to be, but it looks cool. I suggest looking it up.
There was a couple VR games there. They had four or five in that little highlight reel they threw in there. Make sure y'all go check them out if you're into PSVR. And remember, guys, your PSVR will be backwards compatible.
I'm sorry about that, gentlemen.
You're good. Your PSVR will be backwards compatible with PS5. Remember that, guys. They shown the Medieval PS4 demo is out at the PlayStation Store, and if you play it, you'll get a special helmet for when the game launches. I'm gonna go try this demo. I loved Medieval when I was a kid. I don't know if I wanted a remake, but I'm gonna go play it. Civilization 4 coming to PS4 November 22nd. Not my thing, but some people like it. The Death Stranding PS4 Pro bundle. I love the controller. That controller looks banging. That console looks very plain.
I like the way it lights up and just kind of
and falls down.
Death Stranding off that. That's pretty cool.
I can make you that console at my house if you want.
Yeah, the console's pretty lame. I just honestly would just get the controller.
The controller.
Available.
Like that controller is awesome, dude. I think that controller will sell out and probably be on eBay for $1,000 next week. That's the type of stuff that is. That's an awesome collector's item. We also got the big stories where we got Modern Warfare's campaign story in there. It's gonna be a blast. I talking to friends about it this week. I got a buddy of mine who's just like out of the touch of, hey, if Modern Warfare ain't good, I'm done. I think it's gonna be great. The story looks awesome, and price looks. You can tell they've came a long way graphically. Did y'all get to check this out?
I did not.
Didn't. If you you didn't watch State of
Modern
Play?
Warfare. I looked at all the recaps and stuff, and Modern Warfare is not my thing.
Oh,
It was cool back in the day, but Call of Duty is it's the same shit over and over and over again. So
graphically, it was very impressive.
It was
super, very crisp. Even the movements and everything was very realistic. That alone, I think, just to see the story, because the story does look really compelling, I think I will definitely be picking it up. So
yeah,
just to see that. So
I'll be checking it out. The only thing I'm not liking, and I think a lot of people aren't liking already, is for now. Don't get me wrong. Activision and Sony have always had deals of exclusivity to certain things, but the PlayStation owners are going to get an exclusive, the Spec Ops mode from back in the day from Modern Warfare for a whole year. So Xbox and PC players will get to play it on October 1st of 2020. So I'm not sure if you notice. I'm not sure if you know about Call of Duty dates, but normally by that point a new Call of Duty would be out. Yeah. So, which means this is crazy. Like I see a year, like this is like almost disgusting. Like I see a year I see a month, maybe 2 months, and then you get it. But this was a main mode in the original game, and this should definitely be coming out on both Xbox One and PC. Like it's crazy. Like I see a 2 month exclusivity, whatever. But a year is freaking crazy.
Who's going
Well,
to
I
be
can
playing this
understand
game
like
in a year for real? Like, is it going to be that damn good that we're going to be playing it hardcore in a year just so we can play Spec Ops? Like, I'm probably going to play this, check out the multiplayer, enjoy the story, and then just go, all right, we're going to take this back or get rid of it somehow.
I
So,
mean, I play Call of Duty throughout the year, but I don't know if I would go back to a Spec Ops mode in a year. I wouldn't do that. Like it's crazy. Like I honestly I'll forget about it. Like it'll be one of them things where I'll hear some news about Spec Ops out. I'll be like, oh yeah, that it's that time. Yeah, it has came out. It's too bad that next week a new Call of Duty comes out, which by then would be Black Ops 5. Um, so
I
yeah,
haven't really enjoyed the last few Call of Duty multiplayers. So I think they kind of just went off the fucking grid in some
I mean,
cases.
I
So,
I I've gotten to where I only play the campaigns and I play a
yeah.
smidge of multiplayer. I step into it so I can talk about it with people, and then I really step out just because it's the same shit.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoy Call of Duty campaigns. I think they have wonderful writers. I think they have great gameplay. Um, Black Ops 4 did not have a campaign, which sucked, but I did like it. Last of Us 2 was the big thing here. So they had a leak last week, I think, that had it coming out February 28th, 2020, which was the original leak. We're getting an actual release date of February 21st, 2020, which is about normal. It's what I figured. We said that we've actually discussed this a while back, and that was something that we had discussed and just decided on that it was definitely, we thought it was February.
Mhm.
Um,
It only
Look
made
great.
sense.
It looked great. It only made sense. So I argued with, I'm not sure who it was. I really don't. It was somebody on one of our pages that was just complaining about they think it should be out like December, and had to throw some knowledge on them about The Last of Us original dropping it was a very late PS3 drop, very late, and then they double dipped into the PS4 gen. We're also getting no multiplayer for Last of Us 2, just so everyone
Not
knows.
not yet, right? But
No,
they're in development, aren't they? They're
no,
working on something
no,
for it. I just saw a
no.
rumor about it.
No, there's gonna be no. They came out with a statement that says they're gonna have multiplayer new stuff. I don't think it's gonna be in Last of Us. I fully believe it's gonna be in another game. I think Naughty Dog's making a multiplayer style game. I don't think it's gonna be in Last of Us. Last of Us had wonderful multiplayer, great multiplayer that everyone loved. I loved playing it. It was wonderful. I think they fully dove into story, which I think is great, which I think is what they should have done. I mean, this is a PS4 exclusive. They're so single player oriented that I fully feel like it's the right call. I love it. Yeah. Y'all got anything to say about Last of Us?
Excited. Uh, yeah.
I don't want to learn any more information about it. I want to play it when it comes out. I'm not interested in watching any extra trailers, nothing. This is a great game, and I want to leave it in a capsule for right now. So
The only trailer I saw for Last of Us 2 was like the announcement when
yeah,
Ellie was playing the guitar.
that's the only one I've watched, and I don't need to watch anything else to be honest
Because
with you, 'cause I know
I
it's going to be a
jumped
great game.
in cold feet on Last of Us, and it was amazing, and I want the same experience for the second one.
I agree. 100%.
Uh, Joel's alive, just so you know.
Oh, thanks, asshole. No, just kidding.
It's in the trailer. Joel's alive. It's wonderful. Well, I think a lot of people are thinking that this comes down to because it seems like Ellie has a girlfriend, and it seems like that she gets killed in the beginning, and this is a revenge story, is what it seems like.
Did Ellie get
Makes a lot
killed,
of sense.
or
No, Ellie's girlfriend.
Ellie's girlfriend. But I think there's some speculation going around, which I kind of am like, oh, okay, that might happen. I think you meet Joel in the beginning of the game, and I honestly think Joel might die, and then you take on the world.
well, that's
So
what when I first saw the first trailer, I wanted to think that Joel was dead and Ellie is just seeing his like ghost, or now so far out, the bite has finally become her bite is now she's slowly starting to turn, and now she's just
Right.
hallucinating.
That the first story was from what Neil Druckmann and them said at Naughty Dog was about love, and you could tell. I mean, you could tell. You know, Joel was a dickhead in some of the shit he did, but you could tell like he did love Ellie as a daughter. And then with this one being a revenge story, that's why when somebody started speculating on that, I was like, oh, you know what, that makes a little bit of sense. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm ready for it. February 21st, people. I think that'll be great. Jonathan, go ahead and take us into Inside Xbox.
Go ahead. Inside Xbox recap. So they gave us some information about XCloud. As far as that goes, they're going to do a public sign up for October. You can do that now for the XCloud preview. However, you need an Android device, and I believe it has to be 6.0 or higher and Bluetooth capable of 4.0 or higher. And it's only going to be in the US, UK, and Korea for the moment. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to see a lot of people going on there. I actually signed up myself, which means I'm going to have to buy like a Pixel 2 or something to get it if they do. So, but there are tablets available. You have to have Wi-Fi. You have to have some sort of connection to be able to play it, obviously. They did say that Xbox One controller is going to be able to connect via.
Frozen.
It was going, and then it stopped. And I looked over my screen, and both of you guys are frozen. I'm like, did I lose connection? Or
No, you were going on mine. He was Jonathan was frozen on mine, but you were going strong.
Did you still hear me?
No. Last thing I heard was Xbox One Bluetooth.
Yeah, the only other thing I said is the Xbox One controller will be connecting via Bluetooth, and all the new controllers are going to have this capability. So go out there, get you a Bluetooth controller if you don't have it already, and try to play this and let us know how you feel about it, because this looks like it's going to be great, and I'm putting my money into it. So
one thing I was happy about with this was they said they're working with the data wise, like over outside of Wi-Fi, they're working with T-Mobile, which T-Mobile right now has the strongest towers and stronger than Verizon even. And I have T-Mobile, so I have a feeling, I'm hoping that T-Mobile will work with Xbox One closely and give me like a good price or a massive discount on that.
Excuse me. T-Mobile for years. I hate, it's one of the better services, but anytime I'm indoors anywhere, it's just gone.
Yeah, I do have problems.
That's the problem. Mm-hmm. So
out here, I don't even get service where I'm at. Out here, I have to use the T-Mobile Wi-Fi thing to have my service in my house.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. It sucks pretty bad. But they do have, like, certain areas, they do have stronger towers. Like I know Atlanta, like main like Orlando, I get perfect service. So we'll see. I thought they said this. I didn't think they said this was only Wi-Fi. I thought they said you could also do this over.
No, I didn't. I wasn't saying that it's only Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
You can do it on Wi-Fi over a 5G connection too.
Okay.
So
I was making sure I didn't hear something wrong.
No, I'm just saying that you can do it on Wi-Fi. It's not just if you have somebody service. So.
Yeah, and definitely if you're gonna do this, make sure you do both. Go outside and do it outside and do it here. That way we can get some. That way you can get some feedback on both and see how it is.
That's really the best thing to do. You just test it good, so we know.
I mean, it's a free beta. You should try it.
And I'm sure everybody and their mother's putting in for it, but still,
I'm sure.
Go ahead and try.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Coming to Game Pass month, Saints Row 4, Dirt Rally 2.0, Cities Skyline, and Bad North.
By the way, just a little shitty pun that they put out here. When they announced these, they had announced Dirt Rally 2 as the Dark Souls of racing games. I just want to put that out there and say how annoyingly ignorant of a statement that is, and just stupid, because that's hilarious. I don't know how you can be a Dark Souls racing game. I really don't. But yeah, that I just thought that was funny. Next
we got the Atlas Xbox game preview crossplay with Steam. It's going to be out October 8th. So
this is from the people that made Ark, by the way.
Ark, yeah. The same people that made Ark. It looks like it's kind of weird, but it looks like a cool game. I like that you're going to be able to cross play with Steam.
I do.
I feel like more games are going that way, and they need to go that way. So
I
that's
do.
pretty cool. Did you get a chance to take a look at it?
I did. I looked at some of it. It kind of looks like a Sea of Thieves MMO almost to an extent.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's awesome. I think it's going to look good. I wasn't a big fan of Ark, but I know the people that were.
Yeah. It's a big pirate MMO, basically. So I've watched some other things, and they're like, that other pirate MMO, just joking around. So we've got Children of Morta trailer. What do you guys think of that?
Children more to look all right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was for me, but it looked all right.
Yeah, it looked okay. I wasn't like woo about it, you know what I mean? But still, I think I would probably play it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was for me. I'd
I feel
probably
like
look
I'd
at.
give it a try.
Yeah, I might. It's one of the things where I'd either give it a try or I'd watch a video of it.
Completely missed it.
Yeah.
Children of
So,
Morta.
yep.
I honestly don't think you're missing one. I don't think it'd be a game for you either, dude.
Yeah. It's just one of those things I kind of want to like play it, try it, but it's not something I'm going to go out and spend my money on.
Yeah.
I know for sure. They did a Code Vein release trailer. It was really cool. But like you said earlier, Mike, when we were talking before the show, it's hard as fuck, and we probably won't like it. So
No, I got
Yeah.
it downloading in the background, and I'll.
Yeah,
you
so
let,
What would that
you
say?
let me know.
I mean, it's nothing but anime Dark Souls. So I mean, that's from what I've heard. I mean, looking at the Game Informer review. Dan Tack did it over at Game Informer, and this dude's a massive Dark Souls lover and massive Dark Souls player and Bloodborne and all those games. He's like, yeah, this game's easy. Like it's easy to be a Dark Souls game, but it's like it's so much. Like I think the reason it got such a bad score, I think it got a 6.5 over at Game Informer.
Yeah.
And the reason it got such a bad score was that it's like 1-for-1 with Dark Souls. Like if you've played Dark Souls and if you've enjoyed it, the bosses are the same almost to an extent. And like some of the environments are the same, but it's anime Dark Souls. If you're into that kind of thing, that's awesome. If you enjoy it, just because the game gets a bad score don't make it a bad game. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. That's all that
Well, that
matters.
was
So,
Shadows
Adam?
Die Twice was Ninja Dark Souls,
Mhm.
and that was still a fun game.
Samurai Dark Souls, actually.
I think IGN gave it a 7.0
It
or
was
something like that.
Shadows Die Twice was Ninja.
It was definitely both. You were definitely a ninja and a samurai, buddy.
Listen, we can argue the finer points of samurais versus ninjas later,
I will happily argue those with you
but
later.
just remember that Shadow Die Twice was Ninja.
It was both ninja and samurai.
And anyway, we we got
Clearly, we hit a nerve.
like, all right, so Hitman 2 DLC came, and we also got After Party preview. Did you get to take a look at that and walk around with Satan?
Yep, I don't need to look anymore. I've already pre-ordered it. And I don't need to look anymore. After
It
Party's
was so much fun.
After Party is the only game I'm waiting. One of the only games I'm waiting on. Like I've played Oxenfree. It's from the same players. Oxenfree from Flight School Studios. I can't wait. I need it.
Yeah, it's super fun. I like the whole out drinking your dean.
Okay,
Out drinking your dean.
out drinking your dean. Cool. Did you mean out drinking your peen or your dean?
Demon.
Oh,
Anyway,
I can't wait. I'm ready for After Party. It's gonna be awesome. It's story driven things where you're doing where you're picking the conversation. Can't wait. It's a blast. I'm ready for it.
Ace Combat 7 DLC trailer, Operation Sighthound, September 25th. That already came out. Daisy Lavone.
Daisy Lavonia DLC.
Never played Daisy.
No, never played it either. Not massively big into it.
Yeah. Sorry we couldn't give you much more on that, but whatever. Let's move into Budget Gamer. So, Adam, you want to start out telling us about Epic Game Store? What they got?
Epic Game Store. They now have the Metro 2033
Redux.
Redux. 'Cause I've heard it both ways.
Yeah.
And everything That is from September 26th to October 3rd, so last week to grab those. And next, from October 3rd to the 10th, is Minute. I've never heard of what is Minute.
Never heard a minute.
Yeah, I tried to do a little look about it, and I could not find anything substantial. I couldn't even find a trailer, but I mean, it's just kind of one of those little weird games. I probably won't even play it.
Black and white 2D adventure game.
Yeah, it didn't look too crazy interesting to me.
Peculiar Little Adventure played 60 seconds at a time.
Yep. Yeah.
I think. I
Okay. So it's got a rewind, or not a rewind, but a what's that called? A Groundhog Day. What's the Groundhog Day thing called?
It's like a reset for the day or whatever.
Yeah. It's like a time reset. There we go.
Yeah. Mike, you want to do Xbox games with gold and what they're coming out with?
Sure. Is this right now? Is this the first two things here right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You getting right now people, we have a Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the Xbox 360 and Hitman the complete first season on Xbox One until September 30th. October 1st to the 15th, you're going to be getting Disney's Bolt from for the Xbox 360. October 1st through the 30th, you'll be getting Tempo the Badass Elephant for October 1st, or for our Xbox One. From October 16th to November 15th, you'll get Friday the 13th, the game. And then from October 16th till October 31st, you'll get Ninja Gaiden 3 for the Xbox 360.
On PS Now, we're getting free games for October. It's going to be Last of Us Remastered. If you haven't played it, get it. And MLB The Show 2019 or 19. So
this was PS Plus, by the way. I think PS Now is there.
No, PS Plus is their service.
Yeah,
PS this is their subscription.
No, PS Plus game. I thought PS Plus games, or PS Plus. You get the games, but PS Now is their, what's that called? God damn it! That pissed me off. The freaking Xbox Game Pass type thing.
I thought it was the same thing, and when I looked online, it looked like it was saying something different. So, anyway, new releases. Who wants to start that?
Go ahead and start up.
All right, so new releases: Destiny 2 New Light and Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is going to be available on PC, PS4, Xbox One on October 1st.
I'll have to jump back into Destiny 2 because I haven't played it since initial release, and it didn't do it for me.
Destiny 2 New Light's the free to play now, so it's all free to play now. So that's the Shadowkeep you have to pay for, but New Light's free. So check it out if
jump back
you're
in
into
and play it. I mean, I loved the first Destiny, and I had high hopes for Destiny 2. So hopefully,
I'd jump back in just to try it out and see what's new. Yeah. We got What the Golf on PC October 1st. What the Golf is also on Apple Arcade, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, well, it probably didn't say that on the site, but yeah, that's also on PS on the Apple Arcade, so it's a good one to check out on there.
Cool.
Warsaw on PC October 2nd.
NeoCab PC and Switch October 3rd.
I'm gonna check that one out. Paranoia Happiness is mandatory for PC on October 3rd.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint, PC, PS4, October 1, Xbox One. That's coming out October 4th.
And finally, we've got Ghostbusters, the video game remastered, PC, PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch, October 4th.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So, last but not least, we want to talk about the future of streaming. We got a lot of stuff coming out. We've got Stadia. We've got Xbox XCloud's service. Where's it going? What are we doing with it? I think that's the big question. How far are we going to take this, and what's it going to evolve into?
Is this going to be the new, the future, basically?
Yeah.
It
is
switching from VHS to DVD.
Yeah.
is this the next evolutionary step of where technology is going?
I mean, are we gonna have a choice in the matter? That's one thing I kind of think. Like they're putting a lot of money in this. I don't think they're gonna let it go. At least not
I
without a fight. They may even force us to have to use it at some point.
I think you'll have a choice. I I know Scarlet, Xbox Scarlet, you'll have a box, and I think the next box after Scarlet will be a box still. I think you'll have a choice. I think that I think it's kind of shitty that even people like myself are very skeptical of the streaming future of Stadia of XCloud.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it has shown to work. The
Hmm.
problem is that it's always at a gaming event that has super high Wi-Fi speeds.
Yeah.
Um, and it's never been tested out in the real world or in an area that has very low internet, such as like Kansas or somewhere like that. Um,
I mean, it's all been internal Xbox. Like they've released it to all those people internally at Microsoft
and Google's been
to
doing the same
use it,
thing. They have an internal
but
beta as well. Yeah.
nobody's. This October will be the first time they've really truly put it out in the world. So,
And
I mean, we'll find out.
the first couple days, like any release of any console, might be shitty.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, probably
mean,
shouldn't crash. I feel like Xbox has got a little more technology behind it, thinking using your console is kind of a what am I trying to say here, Mike? You using your console to kind
as a
of
base,
as a base for the games to run and play, and then it's just streamed to your phone or whatever. I feel like that's gives a little more better. It might get the speeds better for people, or at
it
least
might,
slow out some
it
instead of
might.
using a data center like Stadia is doing. But also, I don't know shit about technology, so as
Neither
far
do I.
to that
Well,
level. But
that
to me, that
technology,
makes sense.
uh,
Yeah,
Well, I
to
feel
me
like we
that
have
would
to
make
get to a
sense.
full digital age before we can go to a full streaming age.
I wouldn't say that. No, yes, I would say that. I'm sorry, I didn't let you finish. Yes, I would say that. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the skepticism around, oh no, this can't be done is kind of like, it can be done, buddy.
It can be done. It can be done very easily.
It's 20. Well, I wouldn't say easily because it can't be done easily because if it was easy, it'd be done by now. I don't think it'd be done easily, but I think it's 2019 and you got three massive companies in this world that run the streaming age, with Amazon, Google, and Microsoft.
And they've
'Cause
are essentially already done that with movies.
yeah,
So
but
video
you
games is the next
remember,
step, but it is getting the hardware
but
to
if you
run.
also remember when Netflix first started doing their streaming stuff, we had, I don't know if you remember that, but the buffering was horrible on
Intense lag.
Netflix.
Yes, the buffering was horrible, but we still. I mean, Netflix originally, well, was mailing out DVDs.
They're still mailing out DVDs.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
still doing that. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
yeah,
they're still
they
mailing
still
out.
do that.
You can still get mail in mail DVDs.
Hmm.
Like I don't understand why a company like GameFly never took into this. Um,
I
like
mean, I
because
felt like
GameFly,
GameFly just never had doesn't have the capital anymore to do
man,
anything like
GameFly
that.
is still around and they're banking money.
Are they
GameFly was,
really making that
yeah,
much money? I feel like they've just kind of gone in the wind, you know?
they're making a shitload of money. Obviously, they're still around. I mean, they're banking money. So I mean, my thing is, like I said, I just don't understand why they're a game, basically a game rental service. I
Yeah.
don't understand why they never did something like this. But I don't know. The skepticism is kind of weird. I mean, even I'm skeptical, but at the same time, I mean, I even say my skepticism is weird. I mean, it's 2019 at this point. Shit like this is gonna come. It's new. It's different. The digital sales are out of this world. I don't know if y'all seen this, but Borderlands sold something like 70% digitally. So, like of all their 100% of sales, 70% of it was digital. So, I mean, like it's crazy to think about the fact of we are going into a digital age. Everything's going to be digital. Most of them, pretty much fully almost went digital.
Side note: GameFly is estimated to have earned $29.3 million last year.
It's not bad for GameFly. I mean, that's more than it's probably more than they expected. I mean, because they've been out now for I was a child, so
The
probably
company was founded in 2002.
Okay, so they've been out almost 20 years.
Hmm.
So I mean, I remember. So I mean, they're a wonderful service. So that's not bad. That's a little bit more than I thought they would make. But they don't have the money to put into this though. Because it'd be billions to
No.
put into a streaming thing. I mean,
And
I'm sure.
that was my point. Like, I don't think they have the money to put up for something like that. Like, having games at a warehouse somewhere is one thing, but creating an entire streaming service is a completely another thing.
Well, the thing is, like EA owns GameFly, so does EA want to drop the money into that?
Oh, really?
Probably not.
That makes me
I
not
didn't.
want to use it.
I didn't know EA on GameFly. I didn't know EA on GameFly either.
Yeah.
That immediately
So,
went, warning, warning.
I mean,
it's a recent acquisition, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, speaking to EA, I'm glad you brought that up. EA has a streaming platform that's coming out. It's called Atlas. They had a beta for it recently. I think it's still going actually, but it was a closed beta. It's going to be a streaming service, but it's once again, it's all of their games. It's not. It's kind of like what Uplay Plus is, but not Uplay Plus. I guess okay, it's not like Uplay Plus because Uplay Plus you are downloading the games. This you're actually fully streaming the games. It's called
I'd have
Atlas.
a hard time just even, and I get it, Amazon and Xbox and stuff like that, but I'd have a hard time going to EA and be like, hey, give me some loot boxes. Let me use your streaming service. Cool. Do I have to do some weird pay to play mechanic just to use your service? Like, this is kind of stupid. I have a hard time supporting EA in most things.
so side
Than
note,
buying some of their good games.
just doing a little research here. GameFly in 2011, they acquired Direct2Drive, which is an online distribution service owned by IGN, and they basically did release of the thing. It was called GameFly Client, and it was you rented and was able to download PC games
Okay.
without having to do that, without having to visit the GameFly website and have them send you physical copies.
Is
So
that
that was
still going
something-
on?
No, they sold it in 2014 to At Games.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense. At Games is the company that makes all of those little. Have you ever seen the handheld plug and play Pac-Man systems and the plug and play? That's what At Games does. At Games is actually in a massive lawsuit with Bandai Namco right now.
The Miss Pac-Man thing.
At Games probably will not be around much more after this. Yeah, they're gonna get screwed out of that. But anyway,
Yeah.
if you with this, like I said, the main thing I it just kills me is the whole skepticism. I mean, I know I'm skeptical too, but it's just like, man, I don't know why people think this can't be done right now. Like it's 20. Don't get me wrong. 15 years ago, could this be done? No. Technology is strong enough to where it can be. Is it going to be perfected right now?
8 years ago, I don't think it could have been done.
No. 5 years ago, it couldn't have been done. But 5 years ago is when it started getting put and worked on, and that which they seen the future. And I mean, right now the technology is so good to where it's not. Is it going to be 1,000%? No, it's not. The technology is not good enough, or it's at least I don't know if it'll be 1,000% good. It might be. It might prove me wrong, but I still see us going into a full future of straight streaming. I'm ready for it, definitely.
Yeah, well,
I mean, eventually
you're gonna
we're
get
come up
to
with a
the
new
whole
technology that's going to
legalities.
be crazy.
Well, I mean,
streaming
you're
and
always.
all that.
Oh, I mean, I hate to tell you, but you're already in the legalities if you own anything digital. You're already into legalities because anything digital you don't fully own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you already get into things digitally there. I mean, so you're going to go into the same legalities here of, you don't own this property, or you don't own this. It ain't like having a disc. A disc you fully own.
Right. Well,
With this, you don't. With this, you're not going to own it either. So you're still going to go into legalities either way.
well, I heard something recently. I tried to find the article a couple minutes ago about the 2 seconds.
Way to cut it off there, Adam. Good job.
I heard something about the legality. I was sucked in. I was sucked into that. Like,
Yeah,
tell me
I was actually into what you were listening to there, or what you were talking about. But the I'm waiting on this. I really hope. I hope Stadia does well. I hope XCloud really does well. I hope both of them really do well.
Sorry.
All right,
Well,
go ahead.
somebody's going to be out there. My question is PlayStation going to even try to run into this race?
I
Or are they
think they
just
will.
going to put their feet to the floor and say, well, when everybody else is, if this really takes off, we'll think about it.
I think they will. I mean, Sony and Microsoft signed a deal a while back on to use Microsoft streaming tech for for Sony to use Microsoft streaming tech. They signed a deal a while back, so I don't think they signed that deal for no reason. I think they will eventually. I think they might be looking into something like this. We'll see.
Mm.
Adam,
Yeah.
what were you saying before you left?
That I saw something recently, and here it is. So it was in France. They basically they took Steam to court because of reselling digital
Yes,
goods.
they
Mm.
should. You should be able to sell digital goods, is what they were saying.
Yes, and I agree with that because you're exchanging money for goods,
I
even though
agree.
you can't hold the goods in your hand.
It's still yours.
Right.
It's still you paid for it. I fully agree. I agree with the fact of if I buy a game on Steam today, that game is mine. There is no you cannot hold this over my head. This game is mine. That's why I've been using the GOG Galaxy launcher because they are fully DRM free. You buy a game, it's yours. You know, like on Steam, if you can't connect to the internet, you can't play your game.
Mm-hmm.
They have DRM. GOG Galaxy, you can't connect to the internet, you can still play your game. They don't have DRM. I fully feel like that's stupid. Like I love owning real stuff, but at the same time, like the digital age is a convenience, should I say,
Yeah.
to us. You know, you don't have to leave the house. But
Just to make that to where it's tangible enough that you can pass it along back and forth, they'd have to do like almost like a Bitcoin level of an encryption, I would think, just to be able to pass it around and make it self-contained to where you can pass it along the internet. So I would think, I don't know a lot about it, but I just
yeah,
feel like that's something that's going to need to be said. And how much money is that going to skyrocket our streaming games that we're having to download?
you know, I don't know if this company in France, is going to win that argument against Valve. With
Yeah.
Steam,
Steam, and they did.
they already won it.
The courts determined that Steam is actually selling game licenses, and as such, customers ought to be able to resell them.
Mhm.
Okay, good. That's really. But
So, is
issue
that
I
going to
have-
be a precedent for the rest of the gaming industry?
GameStop might survive. They can sell all this digital content.
You're only going to get like 2 pennies for it, but hey.
I mean, hey,
you'll get two pennies for a used copy of a digital game that's never gonna scratch.
that's what we need to invent, guys. The eBay of digital games.
Oh wait, they already have that. It's called eBay.
We need our niche, dude. It's a niche, okay?
Can I
God, come on.
call it just do what Apple does and just put an I in front of it. We'll call it iBay.
eBay.
iBay. IBAE.
That sounds like an iPhone girlfriend or something like
It
that.
sounds like a porn site.
Mm.
But you know the bad part about that argument there, Adam, is that's only in France, and I bet that's only going to be for France, like the country of France. I bet we won't see that here for a bit, and that's if somebody wants to go fight it.
Right.
Somebody might fight it and win.
I'm hoping. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, I fully feel like you should be able to, you know, man, I played this game 5 years ago. It's been sitting in my library. Do I really want this? No. Ooh, I can get $5 back for it. Let me go do that. You know, I got this new game I've been wanting to get. Let me get this extra $5. Oh my God, I got 280 games on Steam. Do I play any of these? Probably not. How much can I get for them? Bam, I can get this much.
And
That's cool.
that's why I don't buy games digitally, is because I can't get my money back from them or get something back from them.
Man,
And
I
that's
think
what holds me back from going fully digital.
I think everybody has a difference on that. Like mine is, if I buy a game like Link's Awakening, for instance, we just bought it. I bought it digitally. I played it. I'm done. Am I going to play it again? Probably not, because I've already beat it on both modes. Do I care? Nope. I got what I needed out of it. Now it's gone. But it's in my library in case I want to again. But I probably will not, because I'm done. I got what I wanted out of it. And I'll forget about it. And that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly cool with a digital age of that. That's just me. I don't need to trade games back in. I don't need to do all this. I don't need to do all that anymore. But also that's people like me are the reason GameStop won't survive. I don't need to.
The digital stuff is goddamn. I lost my fucking train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. Fuck it.
It's everybody has their own thoughts on streaming in the digital future age. It's coming, whether you like it or not. Call it what you want. It's coming. I mean, if Stadia and XCloud do not prove that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's coming. It's just one of them things. Yeah.
The market right now, I mean, it's so easy to find brand new games on PC digitally for significantly cheaper sometimes than what you're buying. Sometimes half price. Like what was it? I bought Prey for like $30 before it even came out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great, but that's probably going to go away eventually. I mean, that's really just a kind of a push, in my opinion, to get people to move toward digital gaming. So I think at some point we're going to definitely need those tangible things, and somebody really should go out there in court and fight it. But
there was a sale recently, since you said something about Prey. Best Buy was selling Prey for like $5 recently. That's a really good pickup for anybody if it's still there. Yeah, I this is coming. People, I don't know why people think this is not coming. It's coming. There's nothing now. Is it going to be here in the next year or so? Well, technically, I guess yes, it is. But we'll just have to see how good it is. The sad part is none of us can say anything bad about it until we get hands on.
Yeah.
Once we're able to get hands on and see how it is. And Adam, you got an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, so you won't be able to do the beta either.
Nope.
And all right, so we'll have to find somebody that can do the beta and get somebody to let us know what they think. And they're putting some good games in there. I mean, they're putting like for the XCloud beta, they put Halo 5, Gears 5, Halo 5, Gears 5, Killer Instinct, and there was another one they're putting on there. And I mean, Killer Instinct's a pretty high frequency fighting game, so that would be able to tell some latency there. You'd be able to tell. And Gears with the active reloads, you'll be able to tell there. And Halo's just a fast FPS. So what to see? Like I said, it's just one of them things where we gotta wait.
What? I'm having a hard time now, but I'm trying to remember when Stadia is supposed to start their Founders Edition stuff actually going and working.
October sometime. They have not released a date.
I wasn't sure if it's October, November.
One of the main guys was on. Hold on. November. I'm sorry. No, it's November. You're right. One of the main guys was on Kind of Funny's We Have Cool Friends podcast, and they were talking about it, and he would not give a date, but it's in November. You're right. It is in November, but there is no date set yet.
Yeah. I keep him and hawing over. I keep going back to the Founders Edition. Like, maybe I should just get it and we play it and see. But
the bad part, the issue I have with it so far is it's only releasing with Destiny. We're gonna have to buy other stuff. Like it's like that's the issue. If it was like a catalog of games, I'd be like, oh yeah, I would have went into that just to try out different types of games and try it and see how it is. But the fact that they're only having Destiny on it's kind of like, I mean, Adam, I remember from what you remember, how fast paced is Destiny? Destiny.
It's pretty
a fast paced shooter, right? So I mean, that's a good thing to test it with. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's but you have to like really fully enjoy it,
I mean, didn't they announce some other games that's going to be coming not right away, but
oh no, I think they're dropping stuff right away, but you have to pay for it.
Oh, okay. It's not coming with the service. Gotcha.
No. I think like all the Ubisoft stuff, like all of like Assassin's Creed and stuff, all that's going to be day one, but it's just not. You're going to have to pay for it day one. Yeah. Like I kind of wish they would have their business model is kind of off. I kind of wish they would have done a catalog of, you know, even put games on there from like a couple years ago just to try and see, you know, what it does. Here, let me show you what our product can do, you know.
Hmm.
Um yeah, they kind of like what XCloud's going to be doing. So,
Yeah. How do you feel about us trying to go in for the Founders Edition and trying to take a look at it and get it and see what happens?
I've talked about it and
Hmm.
I want to. Um I just don't know about only getting Destiny with it. Like
Yeah.
because I'm not going to buy anything new on it.
No.
So, um,
I really, really want to put all my ducks into Xbox, and I probably shouldn't do that, but I just trust them more, to be honest with you.
I just see their business model being more.
Yeah.
The reason I'm leaning more towards an XCloud than I am a Stadia is because I already have so many games on my Xbox that I'll be able to stream, and they're
Yeah.
talking about being able to stream directly from your console.
Hmm.
So, you know, anything you own digitally, you can stream, and that's what I'm waiting on. You know,
Yeah.
I like that business model. The business model of Stadia is, you know, here pay this money per month and buy the games, which is cool. That's cool for a certain person.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. You can just do that. Period. But here's my thing. Like you remember? I don't know if you guys remember, but during that Stadia first trailer,
Hmm.
they shown like a guy on YouTube streaming a video and somebody pressing play, and they hopped in the game and started playing.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm on YouTube and I press play on this game and I don't own this game, you're going to send me to a page to buy this game, and then I'll be able to do it.
Hmm.
You know, that's the thing about that. Where on
Hmm.
XCloud, if I'm like, you know, if I have, which I mean, of course, it goes back to the same thing. If I have it, then I can play it. You know, but they
Hmm.
don't do that feature. But, um, you know, it's just kind of weird. The business model I think is a little bit off. I think they should have went with the catalog, and it may just be one of them things where they're like 2 or 3 months into it, and they see a bunch of customer feedback, and it's like, listen, guys, I've only been playing Destiny with this.
Hmm.
Uh, can you guys get some kind of games into it? And then a year later, now here we are, 6 to 8 months later, and now they've came out with a catalog. Bam, okay, now it's worth it. Let me try it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And by then it's free at that point, you know. But you still got to pay the $10 for the catalog or whatever. So
And it's not like either of us have a Google Pixel to play the damn thing on either.
right,
So,
and they're
hmm.
not releasing it on iPhone immediately. I mean, from what some people said, Greg Miller actually asked somebody at E3 about you know, how long is this going to take? A year, 2 years? He's like, oh no, not that long. Probably like a month or two. So we're looking at probably a month or two before we could play it on iPhone.
Really, a month or two.
They said, well, they didn't say exactly a month or two, but he said a year. They said no, not that long. He said okay, so like a month or 2 or 3. They said yeah, something like that.
I don't like the something like that part, but if that's really true, that kind of gives me a little more urge to do it on actually get the Founders Edition.
I'm just not so set on the. I'm still set on the. It only comes with Destiny. You know, that's
But
the
it's
only thing I'm.
but it's the entirety of Destiny, so you'll have a good
I
bit of
understand what you're
time
saying.
to put it through its paces.
I understand what you're saying, Adam, but the point I don't want to go back through it. That's
Yeah.
the problem I have is do I really want to go back and put another 70 hours or 80 hours or 180 hours into Destiny to fully test this thing out? No, I don't. You know,
Bit-
I just
I
don't
mean,
I
your
don't want
point
to do it.
about the games library is really just enough for me. Like you're starting over from scratch for the most part, because I
Yeah.
imagine most of these games are games that have already been released prior, um, and that most of us have already, if we wanted to play it, we'd already played it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you're starting over from scratch with a brand new platform. You know,
Hmm.
I have 280 games on Steam. I have 290 games on my Xbox.
Hmm.
You know, that's the kind of thing I think about. So,
Hmm.
it's just kind
I
of crazy. I'm not sure if I'm really feeling the whole Stadia thing yet.
no, I just like you said, not really sure if I'm feeling or not. I don't want to just jump my feet into there,
Yeah.
especially it
Especially
being
at a
such a new
$130
thing.
price tag.
Yeah,
I
especially
mean,
$130.
don't get me wrong. $130 price tag is not bad because that is the controller and the Ultracast together. So
Yeah,
that's
with everything you get, it's worth it.
it's worth
But
it. but I just don't know if I want to put that money into it. You know,
Because really, it is an investment.
it is, and I mean, and you're taking a chance. You're taking a you are taking a chance at this point.
Yeah.
Now, when XCloud does their thing, I may be like, okay, let me check this out. You know what? Will I when that beta comes out and people start putting videos up of it, and I can check out the latency? I'm gonna check out every video. When people do the same thing with Stadia, I'll do the same thing with Stadia, and I'll be like, okay, they might prove me wrong. They might, and I'm hoping they do. I really do. I'm looking forward to this. So, I'm really hoping they do. Adam, you got anything else? You ain't talking about 45 minutes, so I was just seeing if you got anything.
I've talked in the last 27 minutes.
I said 45.
No, I'm very skeptical.
Skeptical?
That's the word.
Mm.
And yeah,
Fancy new words.
Good job. Good job, surgeon tech or whatever you are. Good job there, buddy.
Surgical tech. Listen, I just gotta know how to pass somebody an instrument, not about how to say the words.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're like a butler.
Essentially.
You're more of like a do boy, as if you will.
Here you go, master.
Yeah.
Hell you are.
Take this scalpel.
Take this scalpel.
Um.
Here is your pint of blood, my master. Please, Dracula.
Side note: we took a tour of the hospital yesterday and got to stand in on a case, and that was pretty interesting.
Cool.
You see somebody with their penis cut open?
No, it was a pus track that you had to find.
Oh, I didn't know if you were watching a sex change or not.
No, that's elective surgery. I was in trauma, so I don't understand how a pus track was trauma. But hey,
I can't wait till you do a sex change. I want to hear about it.
oh, yeah, right down there in the.
I want you to videotape it and then we'll put it on our ADHD gamer page.
That's a breach of HIPAA, sir.
I watched a video on how they do it, and
So
my
did I.
God,
Was
that's
it the 3D animated video?
I saw a 3D
That's the
animated
one-
video,
that's
and
the one
I
I've
saw
seen.
an actual surgery. And like oh my God, my dick hurt the whole time.
Okay,
Just
I seen-
like they cut it open and they split it inside out and shit. I'm like, no, please, God, I wouldn't want to be awake for that.
yeah,
So.
the 3D animation was enough. I don't know if I could watch the reel.
But it's fucking amazing what they can do with that shit. Like
it really
holy
is.
shit balls.
Like,
it is really interesting.
Here's my thing.
Mm.
Who was the first person to be like, "Hey, I can cut your dick open and turn it into a badge"? you know who does that? But anyway, we're getting
somebody
off track.
looking for that purpose, or were they just experimenting? Like,
Yeah, we're
that's
yeah.
interesting. Just go, hey, I can do this. I wonder.
Good job, Adam. Way to get us off track. Good job.
Oh, and now I'm looking up who the first sex change.
Oh my God! It wasn't Caitlyn Jenner, buddy. I hate to tell you.
No. He was born George William Jorgensen Jr. and he died Christine Jorgensen.
George Jorgensen.
Yep.
Nice.
And
Nice.
That's a how I met your mother thing, right?
What year was
served in World War II.
Really?
Oh, it was back in the day.
No, yeah, it was back then.
When did he get his surgery?
Let's see here.
Jesus.
I'm not sure
This-
if I was paying attention to that part.
This definitely should be something that should be talked about post-show aspect of this.
We're not messing with it. I'm just like really curious what it
Yeah.
is.
Kind of curious too. Well, when was the surgery?
Surgery was
It had to be before the war, obviously. Was it
his orchidectomy.
They use the word they. It works out so much better for you, and you don't
Yeah.
get yelled at by people on the internet.
Well, I'm just anatomically speaking. They had their orchidectomy, which is they had their balls cut off on September 24th, 1951.
Wow. That is so crazy that, like, if you think about it, 1951, who was doing that? Like, that had to
There
be
had
so
to-
taboo, and people probably were losing their
Danish-
freaking mind.
There had to be
Conscious.
only a certain few doctors that did it. Like you had to fly somewhere to get it done.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like there had to have been.
Like
Wow,
Thailand or something.
that's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
That's almost 70 years ago at this point. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
that's an interesting fact.
It is. That's an interesting fact to know.
They went
As
to
now-
Sweden.
Now it's gonna be stuck in my mind.
You're gonna be thinking about getting your dick changed all day.
No, I'm not. But I might. I don't know.
I'm gonna do a little more research on that when we get
Oh
out. I
my
just want to
god.
find out more
Yep.
information.
She returned to the United States and had a vaginoplasty.
Where they turn it, where they give you. I'm gonna guess they give you a badge at that point. That's what that is.
Yes, they take the penis and turn it into a vagina,
And that was in 51.
and that was in 52.
That was the first case.
Yeah. Well, it was
Wow.
the first successful case.
Oh, successful.
Oh, okay. So people, okay, that's crazy though.
There's
man.
probably a lot of people going
I mean,
around.
they have
Ah!
as successful. I'm sure they're not so.
that means that a lot of trans people have been walking around for almost 70 years. That's crazy to think about that. When you think about that, that's crazy, man. That's all. I mean, it's good for those people that want to do it, but that's crazy. I didn't know that.
There was one in the 30s, had an orchidectomy. Then they had a transplant of a ovaries and a uterus, but she died 3 months later.
Oh wow.
So that was in the
I wonder-
30s.
I mean, obviously it was complications from the surgery, but
Right.
what complications were they? Now I'm gonna have all this research to look
Jesus, this is a lot. This is a lot. We need to end the show.
at. Well, we're gonna
Jesus.
end this show. All
We're gonna
right.
end the
Anyway,
show, guys.
we're gonna cut it off
Guys.
right there.
Thank you for joining us at the ADH Gamers.
I
Make
hope
sure
you
to-
enjoyed your new news.
Yeah, I hope you checked our fantastical fact of the day.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Our fantastical fact of the week. Adam, you know what, Adam, you don't have a segment. Adam, we're gonna put a new segment in here. At the end of every show, before we end the show, you're gonna find. Each week, I need you to find one massively fun fact of the week, and each week your segment's gonna be called Intern's Fun Fact.
Intern fun fact.
Intern's Fun Fact of the week.
I like fun facts with Adam.
I like that too. Fun Facts with Adam. Fun Facts with Adam is your new segment, and each week before we end the show. So right now, that was your fun fact. Your fun fact. The first actual trans person was 1952.
Well, the first. No,
The first successful
sex reassignment surgery was in 1952. There were trans people, I'm sure, for many years before then.
Right, because of hermaphrodites and stuff like that nature. Yes.
So the first successful male to female surgery was done in 1952.
And now each week when we do this fun facts, I want you to find something that's off the wall. Don't find something that we should know. We should probably know. Like find some off the wall like shit. I know you can do it. It's pretty simple. Just go fun facts on Google. I'm sure you can find it.
Yep.
Like I want to know that baboons' penises are like yellow or something. Like I want to know random fun facts of that nature.
I need to increase my library that I've already got stuck in.
Yes. Yeah, I've already got too much. I got too much up here. I need more.
Oh, God. So there's an entire article about penis size and shape of.
Okay, see, I don't need all that right now. I need fun.
Well, on that note, I think we're going to end the show. I think, we don't
Save
need
that
to talk
fun-
about penis sizes and shapes.
Save that fun.
Purple-headed or pink-headed,
Save that fun fact for next week. Yeah, so y'all make sure to check out Adam's new segment, Fun Facts with Adam, and
we need to make it a little individual clip, and we'll just put it out there special
every day. You need to do a fun fact of the day and record it. Do a daily fun fact and post it, or send me the video if you want to, and I'll freaking edit it and I'll send it and I'll put it on. That way you can do it, and that'll be a post daily on our thing. Fun facts with Adam. Daily fun facts with Adam.
Awesome.
So what it should be a random fun fact, but then the Saturday when we do the show should be like one that nobody's ever thought of.
Oh yeah, needs to be hardcore. Odd as
like
shit.
odd, super odd.
The subject, and I'm on the page. The first male to female surgery in the United States took place in '66.
Also a fun fact now.
Yeah.
Also a fun fact.
I
The
wonder-
first approved payment for sexual reassignment for an active United States military member took place in 2017. So.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Yeah, okay, you keep throwing out fun facts. You're wasting your week.
Yeah, you really need to.
This was just sex reassignment surgery fun facts.
Oh, okay. So we're going into. Oh, so you have a topic for your facts every week.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your topic going to be for next week? What are you going to try and look up?
Let's see here. We did sexual reassignment surgery,
We
so
did
let's do
assignments.
something completely different. Let's
Okay,
talk about Mario's nipples.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get a fun fact about Mario's nipples next week.
Yes. I'm gonna
I
figure out
really hope
who.
it's not, but all right.
I pray no. That's the I pray to God that's the fun fact, and I hope you can find something about it.
Oh, I will figure out who made that executive decision to include Mario's nipples and who the graphic artist was who
Is it
had
Mario
to
or
draw
Wario?
the nipple.
Is it Wario or Mario? Because Wario was the one they were talking about having nipples.
Mario in Galaxy. Was it Galaxy?
Okay,
No,
okay,
it's
okay,
one of the
okay.
ones he had.
Am okay, all right. So stay tuned for next week for fun facts with Adam about Mario's nipples for next week. So let's check that out and let's see how this goes. Adam, we really do need to talk about you doing that every day. All
Yes,
right.
We'll talk
Well,
about it.
go ahead and tell them where they can find us at.
You can find us on iOS and any really streaming service or not streaming service, but podcast services around the world. We've got Stitcher, we got iOS, we've got Google, all that good stuff. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook. And now we're about to set up the Instagram page. So check us out, folks. Thank you, ADHD gamers.
Okay.
Question: Are we on Podcoin?
What is that? What is that? Is that a podcast service?
Well, yeah, but it's like you listen for a certain amount of time, and then they give you little coins, and then you have enough coins, and you can get like $5 rewards too.
No, but I should really look into that because I listen to about 100 hours of podcasts a week.
Yeah.
No, but I can put us on there if you think that is a valid thing.
Well, I will
look into it and see it. If you think it's valid, I'll put us on there.
Yeah, because apparently I have 276 pod coins right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna look that up. Like, is the stuff any good? Like,
I mean, a lot of the stuff I already listened to was on.
Is on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check it out as well.
Joe Rogan Experience is on there.
And they
I listen to a
will
lot of Joe Rogan,
update
so yeah.
as the weeks go. So like if I get something on like Apple Podcasts, like hey, this is released on Podcoin, I get it like 20 minutes later.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like it's because of the RSS feed. What you do when you sign these things up is you add a RSS feed, which the RSS feed comes from the podcast host. So whatever that's coming to that RSS and it publishes to whatever service. So you're getting them all. It might like 20 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. Sometimes it's hours. iHeartRadio is horrible. It's like hours later. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll check that out. All right. Thank you, Adam, for that. Yeah, you guys ready to? Are we cool to end the show here?
Yeah, I think that's it. Next week we're gonna try to do the hot gummy bear challenge. I'm gonna try to meet up with Mike and get him his, and that's all I've got. So
yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah, it's gonna be. I've already seen people doing it. My wife showed me a video of somebody doing it the other day, and it kind of scared me.
Well, they're probably overacting just a little bit.
Oh, sad face. Podcoin closed not last week on the 24th.
Oh, good job, Adam. Way to get me excited, man.
Yeah.
I'm all pumped thinking I'm going to get discounts for listening to podcasts.
Well, now I've got all these pod coins I never cashed in.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Thank you two gentlemen for the early morning tiredness here. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Everybody good with ending the show here?
Yep, let's go. Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been wonderful.
Later, ADHD gamers.
Later.